Okay, so I think it's about time I do a video on this and build this. This is I don't even recall who this brand is. Is this it? Or typical B Van Jigger. Anyways, this is sometimes they have sell watches like on AliExpress. This I did get this on AliExpress. With some they got some funky names on there, and you can see clothing also from Temu that have these weird, nonsensical, like bad, like spelling of just you don't even know what they're trying to write on there, but they can look good, but just there's this nonsense. Like just I wish they wouldn't even try to write English. Anyway, but they did spell this correctly. This is the Normandy, and this is from the game series, which I think primarily was on Xbox. Maybe it might have been on PC because it's a Microsoft thing, but I believe. And I used to play that, at least number two. I think I tried to go back to number one, and I think my Xbox started to crap out, and it didn't work with the first version of Mass Effect. Did I mention it was Mass Effect? Yeah, so it was Mass Effect, and then but I did actually start with Mass Effect 2, and that was a great game. I put a lot of hours in that and got to the end, and lots of cool stuff in there, customizable characters, all that, and the whole universe and the way that it's a beautiful looking game too. Um, really like that. And then I can't remember if I ever played number three. I want to say I did, but if I did, it was really quick, or maybe I never finished it. It's been a long time since that game came out, but one thing I did always like was the design of the ship. I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool. And you could, I think you could customize it too. It wasn't just set to like one kind of paint scheme. Just like the characters, you can, you know, customize a lot of stuff, which is really nice. And even your actual character, the looks and stuff. But that's not nothing new. But I think still for back then it was pretty good. And just the whole effects and the story and everything was pretty cool. But yeah, I always wanted to get a model of this, but I think there's these like rare earth, or is it metal earth? There's ones that it's basically made of metal. It's a metal plate, like a model kit. You gotta carefully cut out or kind of wiggle out of. They're already pre-cut, but then they're still on these, big plate, and then you gotta take all the pieces out, and then a lot of times you gotta carefully bend them, and they have to kind of interlock with each other, and you make a model out of that. No patience for that, and from what I heard, those things are damn tricky because you need special tools to get those fine folds and bends to just the right angle, and just even trying to push some of these small parts together, and you can easily jack it up, and also they have very sharp edges, so I think I've heard people getting fairly cut messed up hands or fingers and stuff on trying to work with those. So no, they had it looked good, but I'm not going to do that effort. It sounds like a pain in the ass. And I think the only other thing I saw was maybe there was a model kit, maybe 3D printed or something, but it was a little bit pricey. And I can't tell you how much I paid for this, but I don't think it was that much. But if you really gotta know, I'll find out. But you can look on AliExpress and probably find this, and you'll know. And there's sales all the time. 18 plus, I guess, years old. Whoever this is for, this is probably the item number, model number, whatever. 1,029 pieces. And just went to the stuff on the bottom. Yeah, I've just been busy and I just haven't got time to do this. I just like this. The shape, it looks really cool. And there's all stuff you can go do. Well, not all sorts. It's a limited amount of places that you can go within the ship, but still, it's cool that you do have that option to kind of get around. And the different crews, the crew that you have, they live in different parts of the ship, and you interact with them. Pretty cool. And I think it's done pretty nicely. I don't know if these are stickers. This looks like it probably is. Just I can see a slight outline on it. These I can't tell. It probably is. I doubt if they did prints, but as long as it matches, hopefully, and hopefully this. Who knows how solid or fragile this thing is? Maybe was it somebody's mock that they somehow branded? I don't know. See, I'm just reading that here. Plus mod products. Production date. So it's been out for about a year. March 1st, 2025. Now it's April 2026. Shenzhen, of course, China. European Party B. Not sure what that's about. But yeah, it's funny. There's no real mention. You would think somewhere there'll be branding. Not that I really care, but it's whatever this ridiculous spelling up here is. So I'm gonna just open it up and you can have a look at, see what's inside. Hopefully I'm not missing anything. And hopefully these are regular Lego size pieces. Pieces. So I got this as wide as I can get it. And we got no numbered bags. Great. Already sounds like that could be a bit of a bitch. Oh, okay. 1 to 2. Oh, 1 to 1, sorry. So there's 1 to 2. 2-1. 2-2. 3-1. 3-2. 4. Some of them have like 2 parts. 5-1. 5-2. 6-1. 6-2. And unlabeled. Just sometimes these things could be floating in there. Okay, so basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 bags if I counted correctly. Let's see if I can carefully scoop these out. Oops. And we got the instruction booklet in here. Cool. And that's about it. I wonder. I'm just looking, sorry, I'm off the side here. You just see. I don't see any printed pieces, so hopefully if there's decals, and there better be decals because this thing looks like it's supposed to have something. Ah, here it is. I was worried that maybe. It's funny that you should tape it in here like this. It's just like where you would do it. It's just gotta be other places, but I guess once you get here, you're gonna start adding decals to parts. And this is what it is. So hopefully the white matches. I know that's been an issue with Lego, and yeah, I suspect it probably won't be a match. Well, we'll see, but usually the parts are, at least from Lego, they're generally a slightly warmer white, I guess you could say, compared to the sticker sheets. They're usually a much more bright or cooler white. And hopefully the instructions are fairly clear. You can download a PDF version of it as well, right over here. And there is like a sizing guide, maybe, like to help you count how many holes or studs there are, so that you can reference that. But yeah, and same picture as the back. This looks like it should be pretty cool, but from what I gather, this is fairly reasonably large. I mean, the height is not too bad, 6.3 inches. Okay, just trying to guess how big that is, but this here, 6.3. Well, this is basically 6 inches from here to here, so 6.3, somewhere a little bit past it. So the height, size of my hand, it's okay. You know, there's the top of the wings, and then the wings kind of spread down, and if you're measuring to where it drops, like from here to like down there, then that's all right. The more concerning is this 2.1. I don't even know what it doesn't even tell you what the wingspan is. It's not nearly as wide as it is long, which is, I guess, is good, because having a particularly wide model is problematic because, like, say I have the Enterprise D Lego, and that saucer section is so wide. It's like, I think it's at least 15 inches wide, if not maybe slightly more, and a lot of cabinets and shelf space aren't quite that deep. You know, they're only like 10 or 12 inches deep, or 13 maybe. Not quite as enough, and hopefully this isn't too bad. We shall see. But this is not quite 2 feet, but still, it's about a little bit more than a foot and a half. So we shall see. Yeah, I had to move some of my stuff that I built that I'm pretty sure I'm done with recently over to the other house. So I had room to build this to start on it. I just want to finally get to this and show it to you guys. I don't know, maybe there's some other videos out there, but although I think I did a quick search and I really couldn't find any. At least not one I don't think exactly of this, but they do have some like 3D printed ones of this ship, which are pretty cool, but it's not the same thing, obviously. Yeah, so yeah, I'll be, I guess, once I actually finish, I'll attach it to the end of this video, which will look like one continuous video, and you'll see it from here to when it's built. So that's it for now. All right, finally done with this guy. Angle the light a little better. Gonna have to have one hand hold it because I don't think I can pull the camera back far enough to capture everything. I go a little bit wide here, and as I go around, the details. This thing is pretty big. They said it's about 21 inches long. Don't have a full-size tape measure here, but if I roughly go about roughly six, I would reckon 6 to the middle, approximately from this edge corner of the engine, the outer engine, to about where the center is. So yeah, so I imagine it's about roughly 12 inches across. And it's pretty well shaped, fairly solid overall, although with some Technic pins, 2 of them for the wings and engines on the side, as well as down here. And trying to give you a look at the bottom. You can zoom into that area. Kind of see that, hopefully. Of course, you're going to have anti-studs, but you're not going to really see that too much. Most of this angle is pretty well covered. Just turn this a little bit. Barely have space on my table for this. Just get a little closer, and overall, solid instructions. Fairly easy to read. No real issues, except for my own blunders. I made some, I was looking for parts and I realized either I wasn't paying attention, I did something incorrectly. Some pieces that weren't supposed to be where they were, and like I was looking for, I was like almost at the end, trying to finish off, I think, one last engine, and it's like, where's the 1x8? It's like I looked, it only had like a little bit on the table. And I was like, oh man, what the heck? Don't tell me like at the very end, like I'm missing one piece to just finish it up. But it turns out I used it here. It was studded, and then I said, oh, there it is. So I swapped it out, and I had an extra, the smooth tile 1x8, and I used that. And yeah, so luckily, actually, these are all the extra parts. Not too bad. But yeah, I'm really glad that actually it came with all the parts that it needed. I was worried that perhaps grab it by here a little bit. I have room to swing it around because this thing is quite long. Let me just try to give you a rear view of the engine. I like the detail. It's got the light blue translucent piece for the engine glow, and I guess he just made these clear right here, but it looks good. It looks well done, and so you just have to make sure these come up as close as possible. They're on like a little bit of a hinge to just kind of form the contour here, and there's like a hinge plates or pieces that help shape these panels that are attached here. And these are not, well, they kind of are on a hinge, but they just snap in. Hard to explain, but yeah, this looks pretty good. And I checked the price. I think it was on sale too, but everything all in, I think it was about just under $42 for 1,000 something pieces. I think that's about right, isn't it? Yeah, it's actually, that should be pretty good. Otherwise, it should be 1,000 something. So they say the average is 10 cents per piece. So it's supposed to be 100. Anyways, forget what the math is, but I think what I got here is pretty good. I mean, it's a very good representation of the ship. I guess, just carefully turn this back around. It comes with a decent stand, simply held in with 2 Technic pins also, or axles going in. And there are also axle pieces actually in here too. Not pins, I think I said axle pins, just axle pieces. Are they considered pins? I guess so. Anyways, and you can lift it off, but I mean, where am I going to put it? It doesn't have landing gears, and you don't want to set this on the table. I don't know how much it is, but I mean, I could tell from the box when I picked up the box, when everything was in it. It's pretty dense. It's a lot of plastic. Good amount of weight. I reckon it's at least 2 pounds, maybe. It's not quite 3, is it? I don't know. It's pretty weighty, but overall, it's very solid. Everything came together nicely. Yeah, this, like, how big is the Concorde? Concorde's quite a bit longer and wider too. I think it's like almost 2 by 2 feet across and 3 feet long. It's pretty big ones. This isn't quite that big. It's about, I'm guessing half, or somewhere around there, because it's about less than 2 feet this way and about a foot across. So, but in some ways, similar dimensions, you know, very wide airplane, I guess, form. Yeah, but this looks really cool. Digging it. I'm very glad I picked it up. There's only this, again, you saw the sticker sheet, so here. Of course, they wanted, like some instructions, they want you to build parts or put on the sticker before you start putting it onto like whatever section you're building. And I knew that this was going to need to be some alignment. This whole back piece is all sticker, you can see, and it's divided by panels. So here's 2, and another pair here, another one here, same goes down the line, and then a shorter one, and this. I have to check the reference material. I am surprised that the line doesn't go all the way to the back. It just ends right here. I'm probably not going to be able to get back in and edit and add that information in. Well, you know what? Hang on. I'm just going to stop this and let me check real quick. Okay, so I just checked. It does indeed end right about where the end of Normandy is. According to my just quick gaze and look on the interwebs, just to see some quick references. There probably is a few little details like stripes here and there and some extra text and maybe some bit of, again, some stripes or like maybe some window panels perhaps. I've seen some that show it does have some along the sides and some that don't. But that's all right. I think overall this conveys a pretty good amount of, just enough detail to represent the ship in brick form. And it looks really nice. I mean, it's huge what you get here. What can I compare this to? I mean, you can see it next to like the Mattel Hot Wheels car here. You know, the brick built one that I did, and it gives you some sort of scale. It's kind of like roughly, you know, Speed Champion size scale. Let's see here. I have Darth Maul Sith Infiltrator. You can see how that compares, and this it dwarfs it a little bit. I mean, you can, if you put it next to the Hammerhead, it's still, I think the Hammerhead only goes about, I'm guessing from the back end to roughly, it comes short to, this is definitely one of the biggest models I've made in a while. Maybe the very biggest one. Currently, I'm gonna have to clear. There's definitely some space for this, but let's get this guy out of the way. Let's see, and I wish I could get you better angles on this, but you basically see it. So yeah, I had to build everything, and then I carefully placed the stickers. I think I started off this one and just kind of built off of this and then just replicate it on the other side as I was doing it. And then I think they have you do this part, and then later you did this part. And basically, yeah, just cut all the pieces together and then just carefully place one sticker and align it as center as possible, or at least on one half of it. And then just try to follow it with the next decal that follows the line. So it's tricky. I mean, you got three, basically this black, this blue, and the white to all basically try to line up. And I think overall it lines up really good. It's just, you know, going across so many tiles, you know, it's not continuous. You're going to have some breaks in it, unfortunately, but it's all right. I mean, it's the best I could do with what's there. I think it's overall it came out pretty nicely. And again, this one's tricky too. Just have to get it as close to here as possible, as well as close to here. And just the way this has to break and angle down this way or this way. It's just the way, you know, that's where it's going to start to tilt and bend that direction. No problem with that. And yeah, I think the price for this is fair. I mean, the size of this thing, very solid, actually, and I think fairly accurate representation of it. If you like Mass Effect, or if you're a fan of sci-fi and like spaceships or something, I think this is a pretty cool looking one. I really like the way they designed like these engines. I forget, these may be some sort of weapons system potentially. I can't remember off the top of my head. There are definitely some weapons on it, but they may be kind of hidden as well as some other parts. Yeah, I mean, it's a cool ship. You like it, you got the space for it. Fan of Mass Effect, again, once of all that stuff. Yeah, just check it out. Again, I got this on AliExpress. You probably find it. Usually they have multiple sellers that sell a lot of the same stuff. Maybe you can find it on potentially Temu. If not, maybe check Amazon. They might have it. But again, I paid about, I think total with shipping and if there's any tax was just under 42. It was 41.80 something, some change. Yeah, $41 and change. Sorry, back up so you can see it better. Maybe the top view. Sorry, I wish I had a cleaner background. That's all I got to work with right now. Tight space, but I really wanted to get this made and check it out, and yeah, get that out of the way. And I definitely need to bring it back to my other place and clear out some space. I do have some shelves that are they're being used but not best, and I'll make way. That's what I've been doing building it, moving it over there, open the next project, move it over there. Eventually I'll find a place to consolidate it all into a nice display case or wall or something. But until then, yeah, at least I got these done, got to share it, and yeah, I mean, I'm not sure there's not much else to it. No special features like anything that opens up or hidden Easter eggs or anything. It's pretty straightforward, but yeah, it's a good looking piece. All right, that's it. Catch you in the next one. Bye.